Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be setting up my 2025 A5 Daily Duo. So this goes from January to June. And I actually don't have the rest of the year because Erin Condren releases their planners sometime in May. So we will see what the other half of the year is going to look like, but this is the planner I'm going to start off the year with. I really enjoy the A5 size. I think it's really easy to travel with, bring to work, that sort of thing, and I don't really need much more space. So this has been working really well for me for the past couple of years now. I think I'm on year 4 of using the A5 size, but there are some modifications I like to make that include uncoiling the planner. So let's walk through those first, and then I will get to the uncoiling part. There's a page at the front of this planner that I just love. It has these 6 boxes, one for each month, and I've been using it to track my 3 favorite pottery pieces of each month, as well as my pottery sales at my retail store. So I'm gonna be setting that up, and then I'll use this to write in future dates. So anything that's happening July on, basically, will go here until I get that planner, and then I'll transfer the information over to that. All of these pages are definitely going to be staying. Huge fans of them. There's really only one page that I'm going to be removing. This looks very similar, if you've watched my other planner update videos, to the planner I've been using, so this shouldn't look too unfamiliar, but this is the page we're gonna be removing. There is a notes page. Actually, why is it? It's a weird place for it. Maybe they're after Fridays. I don't know. I feel like this is not supposed to be here, but this is the page we're going to be removing. There is a note page every single week that I just won't use, and usually I think it's before this page that I struggle with. So it should be every single week. Here it is. Yep. Between Sunday and this week at a glance. I think that one is just in a weird spot, which is all right with me because it's going to be removed. So I take them out, and instead of just ripping them out, which would be so much faster, and I'm honestly considering now, I usually will uncoil it and save them to make notebooks with them later. Because I have coils from past planners or things that didn't work out, like I bought a planner to try and then I didn't end up using it. So I have a decent amount of these coils that I can attach ring papers to. So I like to save the pages and do that. Lazy girl in me says rip them out, like the little devil on my shoulder says rip them out just to be fast, but I think I'm gonna uncoil it. That way I also will sometimes add pages to the end. I don't think I'm gonna do it this time because I didn't really use it in my last planner. They only give you this much for note pages in the A5 Daily Duo, but I don't really use them for anything. So I added a few, but I don't think I will this year. But I will rip these out because I just never use these, and that is just, it's so satisfying. Unfortunately, that will not be happening for the notes pages. So we are going to uncoil this and take all those out. I think I've done a video ages ago about how to uncoil and recoil a planner, so I'm not gonna go into too much detail here. It is just easier to remove the covers though, because they are snap-in, so they will start to get wonky as you go. This is a great way, if you have any extra pockets or things you want to add to it, you easily could during this process. I only like to do this one time with the planner. I find that the coil will get weird. Maybe it's the way that I'm doing it and I'm not setting it back up well or something. I don't like to uncoil it very often because I feel like it degrades the holes, and the papers get just really flimsy and the coil gets weird on the edge. So I try to only do this one time with a planner if possible. So I will just take this weird little nib part. Like I said, there's a better video on this, and I'll straighten it enough that I can feed the pages through it. I try to keep it as in line. This one is, I feel like it's gonna be a problem. That's why I've been avoiding it. I try to straighten it and make it look like the rest of the coil so that the pages don't get stuck on anything. We'll see how that goes. And then the very fun and very tedious process, you kind of just lift this side. Yeah, this might be a problem. I might need to straighten that a bit more. You just literally uncoil it and then recoil it. It's not glamorous. Honestly, it's not that fun either, but if it means I can reuse some pages, I think it's worth it. And like I said, you only have to do it once. So I'm trying to get this as straight as I can. There are times when I'll even just cut it because there's so much extra. Usually I don't have issues. I might do that here because it's just not straight. That's better. This is a real test of your like forearm dexterity strength. Once you get it like kind of going, I try to hold it very firm because it creates this like angle to the pages that the coil can just easily move through. So once you get that like flow going, just keep going. Don't set it down, just hold on to it and move the coil through. All right. Now we flip through and remove all those pages. The random one that definitely does not belong here. Okay, so these are all of the pages we took out. So I'll put these with the other loose leaf ring papers I have. So when I want to coil them together, I have a little notebook I can make. And we begin the process of recoiling. So the first few ones are gonna be really awkward until we get that like flow to the pages. Like before, but you just feed it through and try not to damage the pages in the process. At this point, I like to try and check to make sure all the pages are actually being fed through and I'm not like missing one page. This needs to get curled down a little bit. I think I've uncoiled a dozen planners in my life. It's never gotten easier. This part has never made that much sense to me. Sometimes I'll get a good groove on it, but usually it's this really frustrating process the whole time. All right, we made it through. So now I'm going to spin the coil just right here and then try to fold it back as close to the original fold as possible, which is not gonna happen, but we'll do our best. That's not bad. All right, a slightly smaller planner, which will hopefully help with the bulk from all the stickers I plan on putting in this. All right, we can put the covers back on. I feel like I just ran a marathon trying to coil that, which is just a testament to my ability to do cardio, I think. We will put the cover back on now and start with the fun stuff, now that we got the tedious stuff out of the way, of setting up the planner with stickers. Why is this covered in Oni hair? When did that happen? So I have my reusable sticker book here and I already made the stickers. I will link them below where I got them from, or if we made them or whatever, I will link them. But let's start with this first page and put the headers for the monthly sections. There isn't too much prep work that goes into my planners besides the uncoiling. I feel like that's the bulk. It's like just getting it to the size and the pages I want, but other than that, there's not much like addition or changes I do. I don't really track anything on the like year at a glance pages. Those just kind of chill out, but So for this page, I draw a line down the center and I put my yearly goals, if I have any, on one side, and then those dates to remember on the other side. So let's do that. I have my pencil case here so I can get I like to use the gray mild liner. Hunt down a ruler. I might make myself some of these header stickers to look like this, but then have them say goals and like upcoming dates. So I can put those at the top of that. Then I've made all of the stickers to set up my January productivity page. Still gonna use this bottom section for pottery. I want to encourage myself to keep doing it. So having a little spot to put all my pieces has been really nice. A little highlight section. And then I'm still going to do the habit trackers that I've been putting down here. They are like smaller versions of the A5 habit trackers that we have. I just don't need to track that many habits. I barely use the 5 here, but we have ones that are big enough to fit this box, but I like it over here. So put that down. These are the Week at Glance stickers for 4 good things. I really enjoyed this, like when I remembered to do it and then didn't pressure myself to do it, you know? So we're gonna try that again starting in January. I'm gonna save doing my January monthly view for another video. All right, there you have it. Everything I do to set up a new planner. It's mostly a really tedious uncoiling, but I love getting my little like dashboards, my productivity pages set up so that I feel like I'm ready to get started and dive in, and then transition to a new planner is exciting, and I'm just really, really ready for the new year. So I'm looking forward to it. But thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to see many upcoming videos. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.